Okay, are we rolling? It looks like we're rolling. Okay, Greg here from Punchingbagskunk.com. What's up, everybody? Where are we at today? I'm going to address this issue about boxing. It kind of relates to the state of boxing today. Boxing and defense and offense and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, first let me get this junk out of the way. Punchingbagskunk.com, where you get the best on boxing. Go check out the website. Check out the... got a lot of good articles on there and some great videos and a whole bunch of good stuff on. Just go to the website, Punchingbagskunk.com. And also, before I forget, hit that like and hit subscribe. I like to say, don't even hit the subscribe. Just if you like the content, then hit subscribe. I mean, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there with just, you know, don't know. As far as boxing, my niche, what I know, I'm an ex-professional fighter with, you know, over 100 amateur fights and double-digit pro fights. I know what I'm talking about. There's guys that, you know, people that don't know a damn thing about boxing, but, you know, they're busy telling you, hey, subscribe, jab up in the air and leave your chin up in the air, you know, just a bunch of ridiculous nonsense. Anyway, the title of this video is Defense in Boxing is Pointless. Yeah, that's gonna get a lot of from people, because it seems to me that everything's like emphasis on defense today. And I'm old school. I mean, I came up on, you know, in the late 70s and early 80s. You know, all this stuff, all that scary fighting bull crap. I'm not with that. I don't even like the style. I'm not gonna throw names. I've done it in my other videos. I told you Floyd started that mess, but you know, like I knew boxing was in trouble when people started defending that style. Now I don't like Floyd's style. It's common knowledge. It's not like I'm hiding it. I'll tell you, Floyd, if you listen to this, your style is whack. I don't like all that bull. That's bull crap. You know, fight. Well, not that you don't fight, because he's, you know, I'm saying I don't like the style. I'm not saying taking nothing off his legacy. For I don't want an army of Floyd zombies coming to my timeline talking stupid. It don't matter, he ain't gonna whoop my ass, so I really don't care either way. But my point is, I give respect where respect is due. Look, the guy's 550 and 0. He's you can't argue with a bubble. Look, matter of fact, I used to use that same argument when they talked about Deontay Wilder back prior to the Tyson Fury debacle. Talking about, when he was undefeated. I said, look, I don't care if his style's ugly, because his style, he can't fight. Deontay Wilder can't fight. He don't know how to fight. You know, going with the jab, wild punch and all that, windmill and punch and all that, he can't fight. But I always said, even at that time, even after Tyson Fury beat him, I say, well, look, you know, the guy knocked out 40-something plus guys, you know, he's something there. I don't care if his style is ugly. He's a good fighter. Anyway, same thing with Floyd. So when I say his style's ugly, to me it is. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's scary. It's a scary style, a scary looking style. Anytime you got still, I tell people this all the time. When you got still shots of people boxers back in the day, you know, when you catch them right in the action poses, like when during the fight, click, 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 and you catch these you catch these shots. But look at all the shots you catch him. This is the posture. That to me is whack. So, you know, but you know, you got kids wanting to, you know, in the list of all this defense. I'm sick of defense. You know, my coach, God bless his soul, my first coach, which was Archie Johnson, and later on in life, my other coach, Phil Addison, another great man, took me on the pro trip. But I'm saying Archie Johnson's always say, look, a good offense is your defense. You can remember the guys from the old Southside AC boxing team, me, Johnny Harris, Jose Harris, Beanie Johnson, or the old school cats that I grew up boxing in the gym with. They'll tell you, Archie Johnson, he didn't care about certain things. Archie didn't care about. He didn't care about the speed bag. He said it's a toy. He said the speed bag's a toy, so you couldn't even hit the speed bag. You couldn't even hit the speed bag till he was done with the real workout, which was really the heavy bag. You know, he hit that heavy bag, pop, 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 pop. So So in the speed bag, and he'd always say, your offense is your defense, because if you want somebody's ass, they ain't got time to think about nothing else. You know what I mean? If you're busy if you're throwing, you ain't got to worry about defense. And I'm saying now it's like, for some reason, people defend that style and that whole philosophy of get out of the game with your facilities. Like the first and foremost is protect my. Now, I'm not telling people go head first, get the brain all shook up. I'm not telling none of that. I'm saying, but it shouldn't be just safety first. I mean, boxing is a dangerous sport, so it shouldn't be where you gotta friggin' like it's too careful. Like it has. I tell people all the time, it has to be an element of danger. Not element of danger. It has to be danger, because if there's no danger, then I mean anybody can do it. Anybody want to be a boxer? Anybody can do it. So what made boxing special is that everyone couldn't do it, because everyone ain't willing to take chances of getting. Everyone ain't willing to go there. You know what I'm saying? Or even worse. That could happen too. But I'm saying, so I think a lot of this emphasis on defense is because this boxing is getting soft. I did a video on that. If you go look up Punchingbagskunk.com or go to the YouTube channel and look for, I think I did a video, boxing is soft and whatever, somewhere close to boxing is soft. If you hit boxing is soft, it should come up. I did a whole video on that, how the difference between fighters today and fighters today. Like everyone's on defense. Even this, people fight this whole defense. What's this defense? If you're on offense, you don't. Look, I'm not saying be a face-first fighter. I'm saying because I had good. Anyone that knows me know I had great defense. You know what I mean? I was fast. So, but what I'm trying to tell you is that the emphasis shouldn't be on defense. Again, if you're just like Archie said, your offense is your defense. If you're a bit, let's put it another way. When I was amateur, years ago, I trained because you fight 3 rounds, so you figure 3-minute rounds. So I trained hit the bag on the bag. I trained the 3 minutes non-stop punching. So I said if I could get my body to punch for 3 minutes straight, I mean with not hit the back, then back up, be pretty, look at the back, not all that nonsense. I actually didn't like that either. Hit the back, blah, blah, blah. What you backing up for? Keep going. So I hit the back, pop, 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 and I do that for 3 minutes straight. I said, if I can do that, the guy ain't gonna have time to do nothing else. He's too busy trying to figure out what I'm doing. Which some say defense, but I let him worry about defense. I'm worried about you know what I mean? I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? We talk about now look, there's a lot of great defensive fighters through history. I mean, some that I admire, that I still do admire. Like one of my absolute favorites was Floyd Mayweather, because it's just his defense. I like fighters that come up with not everybody's way to do things, but a different way. And before Pernell, nobody was going down, just straight down. He squat way down here, like bend his knees. His legs had to be in dynamite shape to do that. Bend down and getting under punches like that. This guy would stand right in front of you and make you miss right in front of him. You know what I mean? I mean even faster, like not these painfully slow. Them big, not them guys. I'm talking about boxing. Pop, pop, pop. Quick boxes, and he'd be right in front of him and rolling punches, and you can't hit him. I mean, beautiful. Just poetry in motion, man. Poetry in motion. So I'm not anti-defense. It's just that I think it's too much emphasis on defense. Every friggin' fighter these days is this. Here you go. Let me see you. Like what is boxing becoming fencing? I mean, come on, man. The boxing is. I mean, this aggravates me. Like, just fight, man. Just fight. I mean, but there was guys like legendary defensive fighters like Willie Pep. I think they said, and listen, you boxing, fake ass boxing historians who come on. I hate these. I don't want to say hate, but these jackasses that come on. And they say, oh, well, you was wrong about that, Greg. I guess sometimes. So, I got enough knowledge from. I've been I got over 45 years in boxing. Sometimes I'm not fact checking everything. All right, so for the jackasses, the trolls, come on, that was inaccurate. You know, yeah, get out of here. Beat it with that. The thing is, I was getting to talk about Willie Pep. I think they were saying there was because he fought a great fighter named Sandy Sadler. I don't know if it was against Sandy Sadler or not, but they said he had a fight where I think he said am I mixing up two fights or? No, he said he won a fight without a round without throwing a punch. I think that was Willie Pep. He was so good defensively that he won a round without throwing a punch. Now that's amazing. So basically to win a round without throwing a punch, I guess you just have to look so good getting out of the way of the punches that it just is impressive to the judges that the guy's swinging and like Pernell, like you're swinging all over the place. You just can't hit him. Wop, 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 wop. So but again, let me stay focused because I'm getting off focus here. It's my Conan mug. Anyway, the thing is, these days I think it's the fighters, they don't mix it up enough. It's not a willingness to go toe to toe anymore. It's like they want to win the fencing battle. Sometimes it's not about the fencing battle. Sometimes it's just a damn fight. When is this it's like I'm always watching fights these days, waiting for the fight to break out. Like when is the fight just gonna break out? Like I'm not moving, you're not moving. I'm just stay here, boom, 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 toe to toe. When is them fights breaking out? That's why I love the classic fights like Ward, Gaddy, Ron Lyle, George Foreman. I like what was that fight? Andre Berto, the other kid there, my bad. Andre Berto and what I'm talking about. These kind of fights I like. Like these days, it seems that boxing is fencing. Now, I'm not gonna go to other steps and start saying people are soft or whatever. I'm not going there. All I'm saying is that it seems to me that back in the day, fighters fought, and now they fence. And it seems to me that with Floyd talking about let's make it rain and all this money jump with him and Adrian Broner and everybody else that got that frame of mind, money. Boxing is not about money. I keep telling you guys all the time, but you don't listen because the atmosphere today is about money. Everything's about money. That's why Canelo and this scary ass can just fight whoever you want to fight and wait for everyone to beg him for a fight so he got a chokehold on boxing. That's a whole nother video. I'm gonna get on your ass, Canelo, because you and Oscar, the whole Golden Boy nonsense is ridiculous. You know what I mean? You got a stranglehold on boxing. You know what I mean? And one man and one organization, one group shouldn't have a stranglehold on boxing. But Don King did it. You guys bitch to no end, call him evil and everything. Ain't that what he did back? The same thing Golden Boy and Oscar. I'm getting off track a little bit. I don't care. The same thing that Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, and Canelo and that group is doing the boxing. It's the same thing you guys bitch about Don King for years. Remember Don King had all the top 10 heavyweights on the contract and the champion, so he basically fight who he want, when he want. You want a title shot? I got it. Everything comes through me. Ain't that the same damn thing that they're doing with Canelo, Oscar, Golden Boy? Ain't that the same damn thing? Guys like Demetrius waiting on the outskirts that you said something about me, you're done. I'm never gonna fight you. When he's world champion, undefeated, but yet for some reason you don't see him on the radar. Like you go that way when he comes that way. Yeah, get out of here with that, man. That's what's wrong with boxing. But it all comes back to this same thing that's sneaking into boxing that I'm talking about. That I gotta get my money and get out my facilities. Or I got all that kind of stuff where you ain't willing to put your chips on the table. Boxing's dangerous. You get in the ring, you got a chance of having cognitive issues. You got all kinds of things that can happen to you in the boxing game. But that's the price you pay. So you can't pretty it up by trying to keep the bubble and sell the bubble. So bubbles mean too much today. Fighters undefeated, they don't want to lose that bubble. So they'll do anything. First of all, they're not going to fight the real competition because that's a chance they might lose their bubble. See, that's the difference between fighters then and fighters now. See, fighters then, I'm gonna say this again because I say this all the time because it's a perfect analogy for what I'm trying to tell you. Back in the 80s, you had four, they called the Fab Four. That was Hagler, Hearns, Ray Leonard, Bill Duran. Made great fight history to this day, four guys. You know why? Because they fought each other. Now you got 20 champions, probably even more. I don't know how many belts you got now. You got friggin' 50 damn belts, and not damn one of them will fight each other. and then when one does fight, like the Teofimo fought Lomachenko, now he don't want to fight Lomachenko again. See, he took the chance. That was a chance. You know, I think it was more his father anyway. To be honest with you, I just think it was more the father that was pushed or that gave him the inspiration. Well, whatever it is, and that's not a bad thing. But I'm just saying, you know, fighters are not taking chances these days. They're not taking chances in the fights. They're not taking chances in the ring with or that fencing. That's what I call it, fencing, because that's all there ain't nobody. Ain't nobody punching no more. All they do is fencing. Let me see if I can tap you and tap. That's what fencing is, not boxing. So nobody wants to get hit, and it's just scary. It's a scary game. It's the same thing like with football. Like they're making football soft now. They're making boxing soft. You know, like we're gonna protect everything. Some things is not meant to be protected. Sometimes the element of danger has to be there to make it worthwhile. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that the element of danger is going from boxing. And then ain't about housewives. I ain't nothing against housewives, but you ain't no fighter. You can't. Some shouldn't be able to box. But boxing comes to the point where it's so safe now that anybody can box. Now you got jackasses. I'm a boxer. Go to the friggin' health center. Not health center. Go to the what do you call it? The health spa or whatever. You know, there ain't even no damn heavy bag in the health spa. And I've been there. My wife belongs to one. And I went there one time to work out with her. And I got in the corner of the health, whatever you call them, Jack. Health spas, health gyms, whatever you call them. And I'm in the corner shadow boxing. Got my earphones on. Got my tunes on. Got my DMX on. And I'm getting it in. And people looking at me like I was damn Cyclops or something. Like he's throwing punches. Made me feel like someone's like gonna run the staff and say, hey, you know, I'm intimidated. He's down over there throwing punches. Like, really? That ain't the worst thing. Not the atmosphere of like people feeling like they feel threatened or whatever. I don't know. But what really got me is that when I was shadowboxing, some jackass comes over here and lays a yoga mat right beside me. Some little scrawny dude lays a yoga. Now I ain't nothing against yoga, you know, but you know, whatever. Lays a yoga mat beside me and starts doing yoga stuff. Like, this is while I'm boxing. Whatever. My point is, this is the world we live in now. Boxing is not the same as it used to be. Fighters are just too careful. No one wants to take risks. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think it all starts to throwing the defense out the window. And when I say defense, not only in the stat fighting part, I'm talking about in the losing your bubble. Stop being scared to lose your bubble. There's great fighters with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 losses. Great, legendary fighters. So your bubble don't mean nothing. And who cares what your bubble is anyway if you ain't fought no damn body. I could be 50-0. Don't get me started on Floyd. You don't even get me started because these guys that got 80, 90 fights and knockouts in a row, and he's talking about he's the greatest of all time. But anyway, I'm saying, why is nobody checking this? Huh? Why is nobody checking this? Why is this not being checked? And I'm saying checked by old timers like me. I put gloves on in 1977. I've been in the fight game forever. Yeah, I'm fighting through and through. This is what I do. This is what I did, I should say. I'm retired now. I sit home, drink my pomegranate juice, and relax. Make YouTube videos. But my point is this. Boxing is going to continue to spiral as long as the element of danger is taken out of it. When it makes a U-turn and the kids stop fighting for money and then start fighting for the pride, the belt pride, the sport itself. These kids are just stealing money. They don't. Floyd showed them how to steal money, so they don't have to take the risk now. They do a little bit of, because it is risk getting in the ring. But I'm saying they just steal money. Once they get there, they're, hey, you doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing to risk this. I'm gonna retire my bow and have my money, and that's it. So that's what the motivation. Money is ruling boxing. It's making it chicken. It's making boxing chicken. All right. So as far as I'm good, if you want to correct boxing, get off defense. And I'm talking about as far as this stuff, defensing, and let your offense be your defense. And the actual defense of not being defensive, not wanting to lose your bubble, not wanting to take chances, not all that defensive posture, all that. It's a defensive posture, even in the mentality of boxing. Not to get like Teddy Atlas now, the mentality of boxing. No, it's all defensive. It's too much defense. Let's get some offense, huh? How about that? That said, Punchingbagskunk.com. Go check out the website. And yeah, if you enjoy the content, of course, like and subscribe. I tell people all the time, I don't twist your arm about subscribing. You know what I mean? Look, if you enjoy the content, then subscribe. And if not, then go punch up boxing news and skills and go check that guy that's telling you to throw a jab with your chin up in the air. The so-called expert. Go like his. I don't really care either way. I own my own business. This ain't my living, so I'm just here to tell the truth. That's what makes Punchingbagskunk.com so special, because there's no incentive here but to tell the truth to the true fight fan. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day from Punchingbagskunk.com. Put the mask on and be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Peace.